In this video, we will be seeing what the fundamental theorem of arithmetic says. Fundamental theorem of arithmetic says that every composite number can be expressed as a product of its primes in a unique way, and this representation is unique apart from the order in which the primes occur. So for example, 6 is a composite number and you can write 6 as a product of its primes. So you know the primes involved in the prime factorization of 6 are called the factors of 6. So we know 2 and 3 are the factors of 6. So you can write 6, which is a composite number, as a product of its primes. So you write 6 as a product of 2 into 3 in a unique way. 6 can be written as a product of its primes in a unique way, which means that 6 cannot be written as a product of any other primes. The only primes involved in the prime factorization of 6 are 2 and 3. This representation is unique apart from the order in which these primes occur. So we are neglecting the order in which we write the primes. So you can write 6 as 3 into 2. So the order in which you write the primes doesn't matter here. We're just saying that the primes involved in the prime factorization of 6 are 2 and 3. This is a unique representation. No other primes are involved in the prime factorization of 6. So, but if you fix something like you write the primes in the ascending order, then this prime factorization is unique. So, if I generalize, let x be any prime number, and if x can be written as a product of its primes. So if there are n primes involved in the prime factorization of x, 6 is a composite number. So we say that the prime factorization of 6 is 2 into 3. If we generalize and consider x to be any composite number and p1, p2, etc., pn are the primes involved in the prime factorization of x, and if we fix that, we are going to write this prime factors in its ascending order, which means p1 less than or equal to p2 less than or equal to etc. pn. Then this is unique. Fixing the order of writing the primes as ascending order, then you can write 6 as 2 into 3 because you have fixed that you're going to write the primes in their ascending order. Ascending order means the first one will be less than second one, and it will be less than third one, and so on. So if you fix the order of writing the primes, here we have fixed it to be in the ascending order. So if you fix that you are going to write the primes in the ascending order, then this prime factorization is unique. So if you are neglecting the order, you're not saying anything about the order, then this is unique apart from the order in which you write the primes. But if you fix the order in which you write the primes, then this prime factorization becomes unique. So if you are given any composite number, you will be able to write that number as a product of its primes in a unique way. If you fix the order in which you write the numbers to be ascending, then this representation is unique. Otherwise, you have to mention that you are neglecting the order in which you write the primes. Let us see example 5 of NCERT textbook. Consider 4 raised to n where n is any natural number. Check whether there is any value of n for which 4 raised to n ends with digit 0. So the number 4 raised to n means when you substitute different values for n, like when you substitute n different values means n takes the values of natural numbers. So you substitute n is equal to 1, n is equal to 2, you get different numbers. So when you observe all of those numbers, you are asked whether any of those numbers end with digit 0 for any value of n. We use the fundamental theorem of arithmetic to solve this question. So we know that 4 raised to n is not in its prime factorized form. Prime factorized form means we will be writing a number as a product of its primes. So the number 4 raised to n can be written in this form. Instead of 4, if I am writing 2 square, I get 2 square the whole raised to n, which can be written as 2 raised to 2n. So any number which is of the form 4 raised to n will be of the form 2 raised to 2n. Any number of the form 4 raised to n can be written in the form 2 raised to 2n. We know that the fundamental theorem of arithmetic is unique. If you write a composite number as a product of its prime factors, that prime factorized expression of that number will be unique. Therefore, the number 4 raised to n, when it is written in this form, this expression of this number is unique, which means no other prime is involved in the prime factorization of this number. This means that no other prime is involved in this prime factorization. 4 raised to n means, like, when you substitute n as 1, you get 4 raised to 1, which is 4. When you substitute n is equal to 2, it is 16. Like that, this same number can be written as 2 square, 2 raised to 4. Like that, 4 raised to n represents some composite number, and this composite number, when you prime factorize it, the only prime number involved is 2. This is something important, that the uniqueness of fundamental theorem of arithmetic guarantees that there is no other prime involved in the prime factorization of this number. The only prime involved is 2. So you are asked whether this number ends with digit 0. So when you observe those numbers which ends with digit 0, you will be seeing that all those numbers which ends with digit 0 will contain 2 and 5 in its prime factorization. For example, when you prime factorize 10, 10 is 2 into 5. Similarly, when you prime factorize any number which ends with 0, you will be observing that the prime factorization of those numbers will be containing these two numbers, which are 2 and 5. We write that for a number to end with digit 0, the prime factorization of that number should contain both 2 and 5. But this number, the given number is 4 raised to n, the prime factorization of this number contains only 2. As the prime factorization of this number contains only 2, this number does not end with digit 0 for any value of n. How many times you write 2 into 2 into 2, it doesn't contain 5. Because of the uniqueness of fundamental theorem of arithmetic, this is a unique representation.